I fight this battle for her as much as I can.
When David Freeman let us spend an afternoon with him and his wife Sarah, they had just celebrated 31 years of marriage. But 3 years ago, in sickness and in health, went from a vow to a practice. Sarah was diagnosed with Alzheimer's and quickly declined. She can no longer care for herself, and she's losing her ability to speak.
Communicating with Sarah is very limited. And that's what I fight to keep her, to hold on to her, I reckon.
Holding on to her, even when she can't hold on to the memory of him.
What things have you noticed that she has forgotten over the past year or so?
Me.
David says he only leaves her to work at his part-time job. That income and dipping into savings not only covers Sarah's needs, but his own. David is getting treatments for cancer, multiple myeloma. When asked what's next, is a question he doesn't want to think about.
I guess maybe I don't want to admit or confess to the future that's coming.
It's a future that comes with a lot of questions for the Freemans. Sarah's neurologist, Dr. Schwartz, is often someone who people look to for answers.
How's that going to help the individual right now who's burnt out with an Alzheimer's patient who's been up all night? How can we help that?
For more than 10 years, Schwartz has served as the director for Hattiesburg Clinic's Memory Center, and his question is amplified each time he delivers the life-changing diagnosis to a family, then watches the burden of the patient's caregiver grow. He says that's usually the spouse.
The caregivers themselves have their own diseases, and they've got Alzheimer's too. They're just not as severe.
In 2016, Schwartz found the answer to his question of how to help. He started Disentangle AD, a nonprofit foundation. The foundation paid for David to have a sitter for his wife Sarah when he goes to work or when he just needs a break.
We started the foundation to raise money so that we could give it out to people and kind of provide that level of relief. Respite care, home repairs, things, you're putting locks on the doors or something that just been out of reach.
The Freemans are one of 3 families that benefit from Schwartz's support. Stanley Jones is a part of a clinical trial Schwartz offers. Stanley and his wife Jamie say the trial is helping them fight for more years together. They've only been married 5 years. Stanley was diagnosed in 2015. He's in the beginning stages of Alzheimer's disease.
I'm very grateful for my wonderful partner for sure, because she keeps me up and she keeps me going.
His wife Jamie recently took a leave from work to fight by his side every day, thinking for him even when her own thoughts are a web of uncertainty.
I don't always know if I'm doing the right thing. I second guess myself a lot, but we're just doing the best that we can.
For Lynn Harper, she had to think of what was best for her husband, Ronnie Blackwell, even when others couldn't see it.
We had lots of friends, for example, who just didn't understand why Ronnie needed to go into assisted living.
Harper says she and her husband, Ronnie Blackwell, shared a full life as professors, their home filled with friends and her husband at the center until he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in 2012, when he was only in his 50s.
At the end, I was literally showering him and dressing him, feeding him.
Last summer, she says the strain of caring for him reached a breaking point, leading to a decision to put her husband into assisted living back in January.
Part of his disease process is that he was psychotic at times, heard voices. I was at the point where I was emotionally, mentally, and physically exhausted.
Harper says life is not the way she wants it to be, so she has to accept the way things are.
If you can finish this sentence for me, Alzheimer's disease is a fate worse than what?
Definitely worse than death.